Well, looks like it's time to make another videotape review of my favourite video game, the Boku no Pico visual novel on PC. Oh, that's right, I destroyed my PC when I was on that skooma binge. Well, there must be something I can play. Let's see. Huh? What's this? Sonic the Hedgehog 1 on the Master System. That looks like it'll be a bad game. I better pop it in. Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is a video game on the Sega Game Gear. However, this console had a different name in Japan and Europe, where they called it the Mega Drive. What the hell, Sega? Why do you keep changing the name of your consoles? That's like if you called the Sega Dreamcast something different. I don't really mind, however, because Sega made all the best video games, like Alex Kidd, that dolphin game, and of course, Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's dive in and start going very fast as Sonic. Hold on a second there, cowboy. There are other Sonic characters other than Sonic, you know. In the later games, you get a whole cast of fun and furry boys and girls to play with, like Tits the Bat, Mite the Armadillo, insert a third character. However, in this game, you have to make do with only 4 friends to play with. Each one, however, has their own special abilities to progress you throughout the game. Unlike in Sonic Heroes, you can only play as one character at once, but you can switch how you play as depending on which ability you need to use at any time. Tails is good at jumping, Knuckles is good at fisting, and Sonic has his trademark speed. Wild Sonichu is also here. Well, those characters look cool and all, but what about the gameplay and storyline? You start the game in Zona 1-1 and are let loose to run about. You can run, jump, and even punch your enemies. The story is that Mr. Grimbley has released his army of horseshoe crabs into the wild, and it's up to Sonic and his friends to kill them all to get to Mr. Grimbley and stop his evil plans. Wait a minute, where's Dr. Eggman Robotnik? Well, it turns out that unlike in the later games, Dr. Kintober hadn't been invented yet, but the level is still dotted with secret eggs that you can open with your fists and contain special items. I think these eggs must be a nod to the fact that Dr. Eggman will appear in a later game. Very sneaky, Sega. Very sneaky, Sega. The game is split up into 7 different stages, which this game calls zonas. Wait a minute, I just realised something. That's not English. What does that mean? I think the video game developers must have forgot to put English writing in and left it in its original Chinese by mistake. Now that's just lazy. How am I supposed to play a video game where I don't understand the writing? Very bad, Sega. Lazy. I hate you. Anyway, this isn't actually an issue whatsoever. The game still plays really good, although the characters take a while to get up to speed. But what about Tails though? Tails is my favourite furry boy. Is he in this game? Can he fly? Unlike in the later games, Tails can't fly yet. I guess he's still learning. This isn't really a problem though until you get to Sammy the Snake's staircase. Sammy the Snake has sent out the smaller snakes to make it really hard for you to climb. Wow, this game is bad. After you climb to the top of the staircase, you finally face off against Sammy the Snake. Sammy the Snake uses his long, segmented body to hurt you. Luckily, you have your trusty cannon, which you can use to murder him. Ha! Take that, Sammy Snake. I'm glad that you're no longer alive. After defeating Sammy Snake, you move on to the next zona. This zona is called Bone Valley, and the evil skulls will attack you just for being different. Wow, that's just racist. I'm the only hedgehog here, and the skulls keep trying to kill me. The boss for this zone is Mr. Buzzy, and you will defeat him by standing completely still until he dies. With Mr. Buzzy defeated, you move on to Zona 3, the Sultanate of Oman, which has been taken over by Monkey George, a vicious dictator. Like in the previous stages, you need to squish as many horseshoe crabs as possible with your feet. If I made a Disney villain, she would be a lady a lot like Cruella de Vil, who would squish horseshoe crabs with her high heels. I know you still make movies, Disney, and it's important to empower women in those movies. So please, if you're watching, which I know you are, please let me know and I will make this movie for you. You can put it on Disney Plus because no one goes to movie theatres anymore because you can't piss at your seat. You could just piss into the beer cans you smuggled in, but those have sharp edges and you could injure your Wilkins if you're not careful. Anyway, back to the review. Monkey George has built multiple effigies of himself throughout the Zona, and you must fight your way through his armies before getting to the nation's capital of Muscat. It turns out that one of these statues was Monkey George the whole time, and you defeat him by jumping on him until he dies. In Zona 4, you return to Windy Valley from Sonic Adventure 1. Nice to see this level returning. One good thing I will say about this game is it has excellent verticality. You can even jump onto clouds if you want to. If you play a modern game like GTA 4 on the Xbox 360, you can't stand on the clouds at all. Now that's just poor game design. Zona 5 is the return of the spooky castle level from Sonic Heroes. Not happy to see this one return. Why did you have to make that game so hard, Sega? The level is okay until you get to the very end where you have to jump over the pit to win the level, which was really hard because my controller was broken. Very sneaky, Sega. Very sneaky, Sega. Luckily, this level isn't that hard, and it's actually quite easy to win if you save states after every jump. Zona 6 is Chilly Willy's Snowland. The ice is very slippy and difficult to stand on. Brr, I'm getting cold just watching this. You make your way through the snow until you face off against Chilly Willy himself. You defeat him by punching him when he's turned away. Guess I can be sneaky too, Sneaky Sega. That's what I'm going to call you from now on, Sneaky Sega. Very sneaky, Sneaky Sega. It turns out that Chilly Willy was actually hiding the entrance to Mr. Grimbley's castle. You enter Mr. Grimbley's castle and go through the level. At the end you finally face off with Mr. Grimbley. He shoots lightning bolts at you, but you can defend against this attack by shooting your beach ball cannon at him. Before he can be defeated though, Mr. Grimbley limps away escaping. Grr, I'll get you next time, Sonic the Hedgehog, he shouts probably. At the end of the game, you're rewarded with a cutscene where all of Sonic's friends invite him round for tea. Overall, this game was a fun experience, but it was a bit hard to control at times, especially with the jumping. So not only is the jumping in this game bad, but the music is too. I expected better things from Sonic the Hedgehog on the Master System, but it's actually not a very good game, and it looks bad too. I'll give this video game 4 pouches of cat food out of 5. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, remind to rewind to the beginning and watch it a second time. Leave a comment if you want me to review another telling me what videotapes what to review in the future. Now if you excuse me, I have important mayor business that I need to work on. Goodbye and I hope you enjoyed my review.